Mary had a little lamb.
From the classiest radio station on the air, this is...
Welcome to the Black Rabbit's Curse, where every shadow hides a sinister verse. Hear the airs thick with tales of terror, and tales of terror twist in your head into the dark unknown, where fear takes root and chills the bone. Beware, dear traveler, for once you're here, the curse may linger year after year. The Revenants of River Road, a Black Rabbit's Curse original What the Fuck remix of the 1811 German Coast Uprising, Louisiana. The night the uprising began, nobody heard the drum because it wasn't a drum. It was the river's heartbeat. The Mississippi ran black and glassy under a moon that looked bruised. The enslaved workers on the woodland and dry plantation felt the vibration under their feet before they ever heard a shout. Some said it was thunder. Others said it was ancestors. They were both wrong. It was something older. It began when Charles raised his machete, but the blade wasn't entirely his anymore. When he moved it, the metal hummed. When the torchlight hit it, shadows bent around it. And when he whispered, "Tonight, we march," the field around him trembled like something waking up beneath the soil. Others felt it too. Not courage, not fear, something else. Permission. The cane fields rustled without wind. The stalks leaned towards the men like hungry ears. And somewhere deep in the rows, something whispered back. As the rebels marched towards New Orleans, their homemade flags changed in the dark. What began as scraps of cloth became moving shapes, twisted like smoke trapped in fabric. Some swear the flags whispered in languages nobody alive speaks. Others swear the flags weren't flags at all, that each one was a shadow of someone who died on the German coast. Come back to march again. Every mile the rebels traveled, the shadows on the flags got taller. The plantation owners armed themselves fast, but something strange happened. The bullets didn't fly straight. They turned, bent, curved, as if refusing to touch the people rising up. One overseer fired point blank at an escaping man, and the bullet stopped in midair, hung there, trembling, then turned around and bruise buried itself in the throat instead. He died staring upward, eyes reflecting something huge in the sky that wasn't the moon. When the militia finally forced the rebels towards the swamps, everyone expected the uprising to break. Instead, the swamp welcomed them. The water rose unnaturally fast. The trees leaned inward, forming arches. Blue fireflies gathered by the thousands, outlining a path that wasn't on any map. The rebels followed, wandering deeper. Behind them, the militia watched in horror as giant claw marks appeared in the mud, too big for any animal alive. The swamp was escorting the rebels, protecting them or freeing them. Nobody could tell. Every survivor who lived long enough to talk about the night described the same moment. The fog rolled in, thick, hot, alive. Something moved inside, a shape that walked like a man but hit the ground like a falling tree. Its eyes glowed faintly, like drowned lanterns. It raised one massive root-covered arm, and the fog obeyed. It wrapped around the militia, squeezed, screamed in dozens of stolen voices. They marched still. When the fog cleared, the rebels were gone. So were the militia. But the swamp was deeper, wider, breathing. Plantation owners rode out searching for bodies. They found none. But for weeks, they reported seeing footprints too large for any human, torches walking along the leave with no one holding them, drums from the river beating underwater, shadows marching in perfect formation at dawn. Finally, the government sent patrols into the swamp. Only one patrol returned. The survivors staggered into town, barefoot, eyes white, clothes soaked in river water. He kept repeating, "The dead will finish what the living began. They're still marching, and they're not alone anymore." Locals still say if you drive the river road after midnight, you'll see torches in the distance, moving in a straight line, marching. If you stop your car, the torches will stop too. If you get out, you'll hear the river heartbeat. And if you listen closely enough, you'll hear footsteps behind you, marching in wet mud, getting closer, because the German Coast rebels weren't defeated. They were recruited, and every year they come back looking for more soldiers. Sit here, heart still racing, eyes wide open. Remember, the terror doesn't end when the video does. You may try to forget, but the shadows have a way of following. The whispers grow louder each night, don't they? So go ahead, close your eyes, if you dare. But know this, you're not alone. Not anymore. But the Black Rabbit's curse has seen you, and it's waiting. So what happens when the lights go out? If you want to find out, make sure you come back. But next time, will you be ready? Sleep well. Or don't.